guys, it's Housewife in Heels. I'm here with my latest shoe review, this one being the Choo Kaite 120mm sandal. If you're familiar with my channel, then you know I love a good 120mm pump, so I was on the lookout for a 120mm sandal, and I got very fortunate to find these at the Jimmy Choo outlet for 70% off. I was stoked to get them home and try them out and see how I feel about them. And overall, I think they are quite comfortable. I don't think that they show signs of wear and tear all that much. So my overall review is very good, and I'm going to get into the reasons as to why I find them to be such a favorable shoe. So the first thing I want to get into is that I think this is just what the Jimmy Choo brand does, not necessarily this particular shoe. What they do is that with this piece of fabric that basically every designer will put down on a sandal, is that they lay it down so flat where the fabric ends that you don't notice it when you're walking around. On most shoes, even say something as high quality as a Louboutin, you will feel where this lip is, and that can create a hot spot, it can create blisters, it's very irritating, uncomfortable, and on these, you don't even notice it. It's as if it's not even there, which is wonderful. What's also nice about these is that this toe box, it's tight enough to where it's secure around the foot, but it's not so restrictive to where it's tight and uncomfortable. It's a nice balance between a comfort and security. What's also nice about these shoes is that typically with a patent, you can deal with hot spots, rubbing, irritation, things like that. But with this ankle strap, and it doesn't do anything like that. As so long as you don't put these on too tight, you're not going to be dealing with any issues like that. And honestly, just the ankle strap in general, it helps create more freedom of use. You're able to get around without having to worry about your foot falling out. So that's just nice in general. And what also helps make these shoes just a little bit more stable to walk in is that it's not a super crazy thin stiletto. And the way the stiletto is shaped in this sort of rectangular shape, it's not gonna fall into a crack in the sidewalk or whatever the case may be. You don't have to really worry about wobbling around in these too much or falling into something, so long as you're experienced wearing in heels and you kind of know what you're doing. The last thing that I think makes these very comfortable is that for a 120, having sort of a relief of such a high heel pitch is nice, and this 10mm platform, it alleviates a lot of the pressure that you would otherwise feel when walking around in a 120. As far as wear and tear for these go, I haven't hardly noticed any signs of wear and tear. Granted, I have mine in the patent. Most variations of these come in suede, so I can't really speak too much about suede wear and tear on these, but the patent has totally held up. There's no scratches, there's no scuffs, there's no real signs of anything as far as that's concerned on the patent. As far as the suede is concerned, there's no scuffing, there's really not enough exposed to even show wear if signs of it are there, as far as I can tell. And with shoes that are adorned with crystal studs, spikes, whatever the case may be, they can often fall off, get loose. Sometimes one shoe will kind of run into the other when you're walking around, and that can knock things off or loosen them. And I haven't experienced anything like that in these. And so the crystals have all really stayed put. They're nice. They're not going anywhere, so it is nice not to have to worry about that, especially when the shoe doesn't come with spares. So after all that, my review is glowing. If you are interested in these, I haven't really found these in black online or at outlets anymore, but I know they most often are seen in sort of a dusty rose ballet pink color, but I know they also have come in hot pink and I believe a nude color. So these are available online, definitely in sort of that dusty rose pink color. And if you are interested in getting these, then I would recommend them for someone with either a narrow to an average size foot. I don't know how well a wide foot would do in these. I think the toe box is forgiving, but people with wide feet need a lot of give, and these don't have a crazy amount of play to them. So if you're wondering about sizing at all, I went true to size, but for most people I would recommend going a half a size up. And for anyone who might be interested, on my Depop I have a pair of Jimmy Choo sandals for sale. Only purchase them if you're a size 5.5. I will link that below. And other than that, I will get into the try-on. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you learned something, or you just like to watch me talk about shoes. So I will hopefully see you in the next pair of shoes.